Joe McDonald earned 2 letters in baseball and 3 letters in football while at St. Andrews High School.
Played sports at St. Andrews and played a little bit of baseball. No basketball because we did not have a gym at that time, and basketball was played at maybe Arthur Hill High School or some other various places, the YMCA. But he was a good football player.
And as a 16-year-old, he set the city's 40-yard backstroke record of 28.1 seconds.
He was a swimmer, and we lived about 4 blocks from the YMCA on Michigan Avenue down from Court Street. And Joe, at a very young age, probably 8 or 9 years old, his teacher was Harvey Spalding. And if you remember Harvey, he was a great part of the YMCA. And he took Joe under his wing and taught him how to dive and swim.
But McDonald is widely known for his speed skating abilities. He took up the sport in 1933, competing in locally run meets at Hoyt Park.
So back in the 30s, we lived on Court and Webster, just a little ways from Hoyt Park. So he had the opportunity to go over there and skate whenever he wanted after school and on weekends. And he would read his speed skating books on how to develop into a certain stride, which is kind of a beautiful thing to see him slide back and forth and go around a curve.
In 1937, he won the 220, 440, 880, mile, and 2-mile races. A year later, at the Western Michigan meet in Grand Ledge, he won all 4 races in his class. In 39, he won championships at Western Michigan, Saginaw Valley, Central Michigan, Wayne County, Wyandotte Invitational, Northville, and the Michigan Indoor Speed Skating Championships. He eventually won the North American half-mile, 3/4 mile, and 1-mile races at Lake Placid in 1939. And his half-mile time of 1:16 was a world record that still stands.
He skated in Saranac and Lake Placid, New York, and he qualified for the Olympics in 1939. Broke a world record that still holds today. And of course, he did qualify for the Olympics, but because of World War II, there were no Olympics throughout the world.
McDonald won the Gold Skates title at the Detroit Gold Silver Skaters Derby on Belle Isle, the first time a non-Detroiter had won the event.
Well, I think Joe McDonald just has a lot of ambition. He was an outstanding skater as a young man, winning championships in North American championships, winning especially in the middle distances, a half-mile, 3/4 mile, mile. Joe was extremely good.
He coached the Saginaw transfer speed skating team from 1956 to 1960, earning state and national championships along the way.
This is back in 1959, I think it was 59. And the trials, we had to qualify for the Olympic trials from the state before you go to the trials, and Joe held the competition over here in Shields. And I won the 500 meter and had a good time, 42.5 seconds. I'm so excited, so I go back to school and I quit. So I could train for the Olympic trials about a month and a half later to make the Olympic squad. And Joe heard a few weeks after I'd quit school that I dropped out of school, and he thought, oh my God, why'd you do that? He told me later that they had bad ice on the one end, so he just shortened the rink. He didn't make any difference. The times were different, but I thought that 42.8 seconds was about the fastest ever skated in the United States. No wonder, the rink was short.
McDonald, competing in the 70 to 79 age bracket, won the 300, 800, 1,000, 1,500, 3,000, and 5,000 meter races at the Masters International Open in Quebec, Canada in 1995.
I'm sure Joe has made so many friends around the world by attending these Master Championships. That's a big part of the program too, especially after, at that age.
When he moved back to Saginaw a few years ago, he lived in Colorado. When he moved back, he would go to the Olympic rink in Midland and he would practice, knowing that he was going to enter all of these contests from these various countries where they would hold the senior men's skating events during the winter.
He also notched first place finishes in 1997 in Berlin, Germany, 2000 in East Germany, 2001 in Italy, 2002 in Norway, where he set 4 records, 2003 in East Germany, and 2005 in Quebec, Canada. In 2006, he set 4 world records at the 15th Masters International Speed Skating Games in Helsinki, Finland. He set world marks in the 500 meter, 1,000 meter, 1,500 meter, and 3,000 meter races at the age of 85.
He was a good friend. Joe was full of hell. I mean, if you were around Joe, you were going to have a good time. And it's just the way he was. It's the way he is.